This is your midday momentum. Not your morning momentum, your midday momentum. I've been very intentional about sending each of these emails out at 5 a.m. And today's a bit different for a reason. Just like drinking this glass of water just was. Because I know I'm the only person that should be drinking water at this moment. What did your morning look like? Was your morning smooth, perfect, just woke up, ate an amazing breakfast? If you have a spouse and children, you spent time with them and you got to work and there was no traffic or easy commute. You sat down at work and everything was perfect? Or did you have a hard time waking up? Maybe from the previous night you stayed out a little bit longer than you wanted. Or the kids kept you up all night. Or maybe you had an argument with your spouse or roommate. Maybe you didn't have time because you were rushing so much, you didn't have time for breakfast. And then as you started, there was so much more traffic than you ever imagined. On top of that, the commute, the trains, if you're in New York City, weren't running correctly, or transportation wasn't running well. And then you got to the office, and you were slammed with extra work. More work than you even imagined. Does it sound like you? Well, I'm sending this out right now to let you know that in the midday, you can breathe all that away. We've talked about 4-2-6 breathing. Breathing in for 4, holding for 2, releasing for 6 seconds. 4 seconds in, hold for 2 seconds, release for 6 seconds. You do that 5 times, that equals 60 seconds. It's 1 minute to be able to literally reset your day. And you can do this any time you want. I encourage 3 times a day. But when you do this, you can go anywhere you want. You can, for 1 minute of your life, you can go right to Kauai if you want. Right to Sydney, Australia, wherever your happy places, your favorite places. So I would encourage you to do this exercise right now. And pause me, because I'm not going to wait for you to do this. I'm going to share a story with you. Recently, I watched a movie. And the movie was about, was about a woman that had early onset, early signs of Alzheimer's. And it was actually a very, very rare form of Alzheimer's. And as this movie develops, you develop a bunch of tears. And if you don't cry, you're not human. Okay, I mean, I was watching this movie behind a set of tears. If you have a mom, if you are a mom, if you love anybody in your life, you will be crying the whole time. So as I'm watching this movie, of course, afterwards, I'm just incredibly grateful for all the loved ones in my life. And I made a list of 5 people. And this is where today's challenge comes in. I want to challenge you in 3 ways. The breath is just a bonus. Okay, the breath is a bonus, so do the breath. That's going to help you really get clear and get rid of the junk that's accumulated throughout the day. Because oftentimes, by noon, 1 o'clock, stuff is already accumulated that's starting to send you on like a negative spiral. So I'm trying to shift you into a positive perspective and really start to look at the day with that cup really half full versus half empty. Okay, so the challenge is, number 1, make a list. And also when you create that breath, you start to get settled in and get a clearer mind and a really clear heart. So number 1, make the list of 5 people that you're incredibly grateful for. Number 2, you can write a letter or make a phone call or potentially honor them on social media. That's a way that oftentimes now a lot of people celebrate people, and I feel like there's a lot of gratitude that can come from that. But I think first and foremost would be a letter or a phone call. And then the third part would be, and the third challenge is really making sure that when you call these people, when you write these people, this is coming from a place of serving. So you're thinking, who can I serve in this moment? It's a different mindset. First, oh, let me make their day. It is really, how can I listen to this person? How can I serve this person? How can I talk to this person or write to this person in a way that they know that they made a huge impact in my life? And that will create a different conversation with you. And it will probably get rid of the nerves from you. It's like public speaking. When you stand up there and you're thinking, oh, it's all about me, you get nervous. And it's kind of a selfish thing. But when you can stand up there and thinking, I'm here, I have a message to serve these people and to really lift these people up, well, you come from a different place. And a lot of those nerves can just leave you. So in this exercise, those are the 3 things. Okay, make a list, write a letter, make a phone call, and number 3, come from a place of absolute gratitude. Absolute gratitude. You know, our life is really meant to do with people, to create memories, create moments, and I feel like this exercise will do that. I hope you have a fun time in this midday momentum. And I've been loving this 30-day challenge with you. It's coming to a close. I would ask you that on the bottom to make a comment. Let me know how things are going. Let me know how the impact of even thinking about writing a letter or making a phone call. And I would challenge you, one extra bonus challenge. There's been a lot of challenges. But an extra bonus would be, when you're making this list, do not play safe. Take a risk. Think of that person that you might have had an argument with that you haven't spoke to for a year or plus, more. The person that was instrumental in your growth and in growing up, a mentor, an advisor, something like that to you that made such a huge impact, and let them know. Just randomly call them. But it won't be that random. It will be intentional because you make the list. And you'll think about it, how you're going to honor them, and then you make the phone call. But let them know. This is a time of serving people. And sometimes I have some great friends that just randomly call me and they say, hey, I was just thinking about you, praying for you, just hoping you're having a great day. And it makes an incredible impact. And I think it's time to return that favor. For me, and I hope for you, this is an exercise that gets you a little out of your comfort zone, but at the same time, you have lots of fun with, and you just start to just enjoy this life a little bit more. Caveat, you could also write this letter to somebody that has passed away, somebody that has graduated to heaven. You could write them a letter, and you could either not send it, or you could send it to one of their loved ones, maybe one of their children or one of their nieces or nephews if they've passed. And that's an amazing exercise as well. So today is a day of gratefulness. I hope this really starts to build in you midday momentum. Again, breathe that other stuff out. You do not need it. I promise you, it doesn't serve you because you're meant to serve someone else today. I'm out. I love you. Talk to you soon.